What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to a brand new video where Liverpool are about to announce signing the new young talented Scottish right back Ramsay. Welcome to Liverpool, Ramsay, and I hope that you win a lot of trophies and titles in the next years. He will sign a 5-year contract. Fabrizio has reported that Liverpool are set to sign Scottish fullback Ramsay. It's a done deal, official bid submitted last week that has been accepted by Aberdeen, so there has been a breakthrough in negotiations. If you are excited about this news, leave a like, and in this video we will talk a lot about different emerging Liverpool news and transfer news stories, and of course subscribe if you are not already subscribed, and turn on the bell notifications so you never miss the latest updates on all things considered Liverpool FC. Ramsay will sign a contract until June 2027. He has agreed personal terms already 1 week ago. It's a done deal, it's sealed, and now all he has to do is complete his medical, and probably Liverpool could announce him later today or tomorrow, depending on when all the paperworks and everything will be completed. According to Fabrizio, the paperworks are already signed, and the final fee is in total £6.5 million, which is an absolute bargain for a very talented young right back who got 9 assists last season for a pretty average Aberdeen side, and he also scored 1 goal. The 4 million fee up front and another 2.5 million in bonuses and add-ons. So I think that's a great deal for Ramsay. And Ramsay is a very talented young right back who could follow in the footsteps of Romano that become world class one day. And I think this is the biggest indication yet that we are moving on Neco Williams either on a permanent transfer if there is a significant bid arriving, or we loan him out again to potentially Fulham. And Dominic King also confirmed that Liverpool make breakthrough for our third summer signing, and he also confirmed that 4 million deal with 2.5 million add-ons. A medical will be next, and so far at the moment it looks like that concludes Liverpool's transfer business, but I still think that we are looking to sign another very talented midfielder. It just depends on if the right player becomes available. Ramsay was voted the Young Player of the Year by the Scottish Football Writers Association, so he had a really great season. Liverpool's 2 main targets were Aurelien Tchouameni and Jude Bellingham when it comes to big midfielder signings. So maybe we wait 1 more year for Jude Bellingham to become available. Right now Dortmund don't really want to sell him because they already lost Erling Haaland, so we are prepared to wait for our long-term transfer targets. That has been well documented in the past few years. And Aberdeen legend Willie Miller has also claimed that Ramsay has all the tools in his armor to be a very special player under Jurgen Klopp. Ramsay certainly has the qualities to be a modern type of fullback that can play at the highest level. He has all the tools to be that special player. However, it will not be a case of it being handed to him. This is a fabulous opportunity for Ramsay, and he has to be confident enough to grab it and make the most of it. Ramsay looks a confident player and a young man. He has to take that confidence and ability and weld them together to take this chance of a lifetime as far as it can possibly go. And Ramsay will also of course benefit from having fellow Scotsman Andy Robertson on the opposite flank. I think they will strike up a great understanding between each other, and Ramsay will have no issues settling at Liverpool because we already have a big English speaking contingent, of course. And Dominic King also confirmed that Liverpool are waiting to sign a midfielder, but only if the right kind of player for the right kind of price becomes available. So we just don't want to sign somebody for the sake of signing somebody. We are waiting for the right player to become available, and that's, I think, Jude Bellingham. That's Liverpool's #1 transfer target. And Kevin Campbell claimed that Liverpool will lose goals when Sadio Mane eventually leaves for Bayern Munich. He needs to be replaced, and Nunez has a knack of being able to score. It has been a while since there has been a real #9, a traditional striker, out-and-out striker at Anfield. Jurgen Klopp will have to tweak the system a little bit, but given the amount of chances they create, I'm sure he will score goals. For 140 £100,000 a week. It is cheap money when it comes to Darwin Núñez's salary. It gives a scope, and Núñez is still young. If he does well, he will earn a better contract, and that's the good thing for him. And I think ultimately Liverpool made the right decision to swap Mane for Núñez, who is 8 years younger, and Mane wanted £400,000 per week salary. Núñez will be on 440, so like almost a third of the amount that Mane would have earned. And also Mane at 32, 33 years old, would he have been worth that £400,000 a week salary? I'm not sure. I think they will find it out at Bayern Munich whether Mane is worth that amount at 32 or 33 years old. We shall wait and see. And what is also very exciting is that Darwin Núñez is a very versatile player. He played a bunch of times at the left wing for Benfica. He has a little bit of pace, and he's actually, for his size, being 187 centimeters tall, that's like 6 foot 3 inches tall, he's quite quick for his size. So I think Liverpool can play in many different setups and formations. We could even play theoretically in a 4-2-3-1 formation where Darwin Núñez is the focal point up front, Salah as an attacking right winger, Firmino in the middle behind Darwin Núñez, and Jota on the left or Luis Diaz on the left, and then we can interchange the players and have a very fluid attack. Against the smaller sides, I would try that out, definitely. And there is an interesting claim from Portuguese outlet Record, who are stating Benfica could have sold Darwin Núñez last summer for just £24 million to Brighton. Brighton were interested in Darwin Núñez, but ultimately the transfer didn't happen. And I think for 64 million, some people say that they have overpaid for Darwin Núñez, but I don't think so. He will turn into a world-class striker, and Liverpool don't really overpay for players. Even Van Dijk for 75 million looks like an absolute bargain, because Liverpool have won every single trophy available there is to win with him in the team. And Noah Whelan has claimed that Liverpool signing Darwin Núñez is the perfect window and the perfect move and the perfect answer to Manchester City signing Erling Haaland. I think Núñez is coming in straight away as the out-and-out number 9. Liverpool and Man City haven't had that option for a few seasons now. It's nice to see two pure goal scorers and natural strikers again in the Premier League. I expect both of them to light up the Premier League. They are coming in with good records in Portugal and Germany. Jurgen Klopp has obviously been a big admirer of Núñez for a while. He scored twice in 2 games against Liverpool in the Champions League. I think it's the perfect move. It's one they had to make when you see Erling Haaland coming in at Man City. They have not messed about. They have got the deal done. This has changed the dimension of the whole Premier League. It's going to be a shootout for first and second again, and I think Liverpool and Man City will score even more goals than they scored last season. I wouldn't actually be surprised if they got 90 plus goals or 100 goals each this season that is about to begin. I mean, last season was incredible. Man City scored 99 goals and Liverpool scored 94, which is absolutely incredible, the amount of goals that both teams scored. And they absolutely dominated the league. I mean, Man City had the goal difference of plus 73 and Liverpool plus 68, which is 2 of the most dominant goal differences in Premier League history. And David Maddock also claims that Jurgen Klopp is ready to wait to make the midfield his priority in the summer of 2023. So we are waiting for Jude Bellingham to be available on the market. Well-known admirer of Jude Bellingham, Jurgen Klopp is, who may be available then. And Liverpool spent close to £100 million this summer, and we might save the rest of the money for next summer to go big and to go and sign Jude Bellingham. And also we got a little bit more detail on the early career of Darwin Núñez at Benfica, because Felipe Ingles from the podcast Benfica FM discussed his first impression of Darwin Núñez at Benfica when he arrived for a club record £24 million wasn't really that impressive. He said when he arrived it was a bit scary. I thought he would be the biggest flop in Benfica history because he cost so much money, and what we saw at the beginning was a bit frightening. I even said I would buy his shirt if he scored 30 goals in a season, because I never thought he would be able to do something like that. But he improved so much these 2 seasons. He has progressed a lot. Physically, he has become a monster. He's so physical and quick. And another thing he has improved a lot is confidence. He was the type of striker that sometimes lacked confidence to score in the early days. He always tried to pass the ball to another player. And that is something in the first season we all saw he had that problem. In the second season he became much more confident, he started scoring goals. And of course we know that Darwin Núñez is not the finished product, he's not as far in his development as Erling Haaland, so we shouldn't expect Darwin Núñez to rip up the Premier League and to score 20 or 30 goals in the league. But we should expect him to work his socks off and to actually score maybe 15-20 goals in all competitions next season. I think that would be a realistic target for him. But we just have to see how much he plays. And I think Liverpool might start with the Salah, Jota, Luis Diaz front line up front at the beginning of the season, and then Darwin Núñez can be eased in slowly while he learns all the tactics, all the intricate little tweaks that he needs to make to his game to suit Liverpool's playing style perfectly. And former Liverpool striker Stan Collymore has claimed that Darwin Núñez is not as guaranteed as Man City striker Erling Haaland, but that's stating the obvious, we already know that. Núñez is not as guaranteed as Haaland, he said, who is at international level and also at Borussia Dortmund. He has had a proper grounding and learned to deal with expectations at a level that Darwin Núñez has not. That's not to say Núñez hasn't had a great season at Benfica, because he has. He's a proper centre forward and someone who can drift around, come off the left, run with the ball, and I like that. But he's still way more of a risk and a gamble than Haaland, even though for Liverpool it's a risk that's worth taking. The Portuguese league isn't as strong as the Bundesliga, we know that. So it's going to be about the magic manager, the magic that manager Jurgen Klopp brings out in him. But the statement is a very important one, because it says we will go toe to toe with any of our rivals, because people want to come and sign for Klopp and to win titles, and Liverpool have a very big ambition next season to be even more competitive, to try to win as many trophies and titles as possible. And I mean, you would actually sign off on any season where Liverpool win 2 trophies, and it shows the absolute incredible level of Liverpool, that winning 2 trophies, getting to another final, being 15 minutes away from the Premier League, we felt a little bit disappointed at the end of the season. I mean, how could you not? Because we were so close to winning the Champions League, to become the kings of Europe again. We were so close to winning the Premier League title. But this will just make Liverpool even hungrier and even more motivated and determined to put things right next season and to come home with one of the 2 big trophies, either the Premier League or the Champions League. If we win one of those next season, I would consider next season a massive success. So come on Liverpool, let's do that. And I will keep you guys updated on all things Liverpool transfer news related. There will be a major update about Sadio Mane and his future, probably later today or early tomorrow as well. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed this. Have a nice day, see you later, good night.